Welcome to Everyday Motherhood, the podcast that inspires you to pause, connect, and play more every single day. The podcast that's focused on you, the mom, to help you fill up your cup and rediscover the joy and love in your everyday life. We can't parent alone, and parenting is too serious to be serious all the time. Thanks for being here. My name is Christy Thomas. I am the founder and developer of PlayForLifeMoms.com. Let's jump in. Welcome to Breathe With Me number 17. I'm so glad you're here. I find these episodes super helpful for myself because all day long, especially during this social distancing time, right? When there's extra time with my kids, and less time with our bonus adults that I've carefully curated, that we're all getting a little bit overwhelmed sometimes. And so I'm working on staying in the room and taking deep breaths. Some days that's easier than others. I am an introvert and my limits have been pushed. I found that if I break up the day by taking afternoon walks along with my morning daily runs, that helps. If I let myself color more, I backed away from doing Instagram lives because I was feeling peopled out. So here's what I need you to know. Even me, who feels like she has a large bag of tools, gets overwhelmed in these moments. And the overwhelm is just an indicator that I need to do something different, right? Feelings need to be felt so they can move through your body. And one of the ways you can move through them is by noticing and naming and breathing. So I wanted to tell you one of my strategies that I'm working on using this week. And all you need is your hand and your breath. So put your hand out in front of you, stretch your fingers wide, and put your point your finger on the outside of your pinky and trace your pinky up. And when you're tracing the finger up, you're going to take an inhale. And when you trace the finger down, you're going to exhale. So you're going to trace the finger up and you're going to inhale. And then you're going to exhale. You can do it very slowly. Trace it up. Exhale. On the next pointer finger, trace it up. Pause, exhale, thumb, inhale, and down. And then you switch hands and you start with your thumb and you go all the way over to your pinky. Let's go. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. So that should have been your pinky. And as you're doing this is a really good time to reprogram your brain. I don't know if you've ever listened to the podcast by Jim Kwik. I'll put a link to it in the show notes, but he has a great quote about self-talk. Jim Kwik says, your brain is like a supercomputer and your self-talk is the program it will run perfectly. Let me say that again. Your brain is like a supercomputer and your self-talk is the program it will run perfectly. So while I'm doing this finger breathing technique with inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale, this is the perfect time to work on that self-talk and rewrite it. And here are some examples of what I'm going to do this week for self-talk. I'm going to say things like, this could be fun. I can laugh at this. What feels the most like love right now? Or I can remain calm. The tough one. My kids don't have to act perfect. I can still be happy. I can do hard things. I am the right mom for these kids. I am loved and I am lovable. I love myself. This child is my teacher. I love my child just as they are. Happiness is in me. I get to have fun and play. Motherhood is full of joy. I can choose to be silly. My kiddo is having a hard time, but not giving me a hard time. My kiddo loves me, and I love them. Thank you for listening to this Breathe With Me episode. I hope that you try the finger tracing breathing technique. It's totally one that your kids can learn now, right? Learn how to take deep breaths together, model that, and you might be surprised what happens. It's okay if you need to walk away from situations. If you can make sure that everyone is going to be safe. One of my earliest parenting strategies was audiobooks in the car, where I could drive around listening to children's audiobooks, chapter books, and my kids would be in their car seats. And eventually we'd probably end up at a park, which is hard right now. But just the act of driving and knowing that they were safe in their car seats, buckled in, and that I could focus on the scenery or the novelty of a book, listening to a new one, or rehearing a favorite, it was really, really helpful. So take care of you. You matter so very much. And I'll see you next time.